Hello, marketers. I wanted to provide you a short video lecture giving you some more detailed explanation of two terms that you have coming up for this week, and that is positioning trees and purchase attributes. And these two items are connected together. So, let me start by talking about positioning trees. So, positioning trees, also known as perceptual maps, are just a visual tool that marketers use to evaluate how your brand and your product fits in the marketplace versus competing brands and products. So positioning is basically a concept that is, how do customers perceive your product or service as different versus competing brands? For example, when I was at fast food, and we talked about how Jack in the Box was positioned in the marketplace, we would say that Jack in the Box was kind of positioned as um, a wide menu variety, not going after kids, and we were positioned as a place that had a combination of kind of gutter food, 2 a.m. making a bad decision, as well as good menu variety in the day. Versus take somebody like uh, Burger King. Burger King was positioned as flame broiled. So that was their kind of simple positioning. Jack in the Box, menu variety. And McDonald's, families. Uh, Carl's Jr., big sloppy burgers, right? So a positioning is really kind of a simple get for a customer on how do they perceive your brands as being different. So that leads us to positioning trees, also known as perceptual maps, and you have several examples of these in your resource page for this week. So a positioning tree is simply an X and Y axis that maps competing brands on different attributes that customers perceive as important for your particular product or product category. Going back to Jack in the Box, let's say, for example, Jack in the Box is looking to see how do we position, how do customers think about us versus competitors in the areas of kids' meals and quality of food. We would take a positioning tree and we'd have an X and Y axis. And let's say on the horizontal axis, we would have kids' meals. And over here, we would have low kids' meal appeal. And that would include like In-N-Out, which really doesn't do anything. Jack in the Box, which doesn't do a whole lot. And over here, it would be McDonald's, which does a lot and probably is the leader in kids' meals, right? So you can see how there's a sliding scale there versus other competitors. So that's a horizontal scale on kids' meals, low kids' meal appeal, high kids' meal appeal. And then on our vertical axis, we would take a second purchase attribute, and I'll explain those in a second, and that would be quality. And up here, we would have high menu quality, and down here, we would have low menu quality. So high menu quality, we would consider somebody like In-N-Out to have high menu quality, right? Oh, it's made fresh, and they're known for that, fresh ingredients. And down here with low menu quality would be like Green Burrito, I guess, or Carl's Jr., which isn't known for having very high menu quality, right? And so then we have kids meals. You're going to have low kids appeal, but high menu quality for In-N-Out. And what you get as a result of this is positioning maps that show how do we fare versus our competitors on different purchase attributes. And these positioning trees or perceptual maps enable us to visualize where we sit versus competitors on a variety of factors and maybe how we need to position ourselves in the marketplace. Let me give you another example. So another example would be cars. We could have cars and we could look at purchase attributes of fuel efficiency and durability of the car, right? So fuel efficiency, we could have low fuel efficiency and high fuel efficiency. And under low fuel efficiency, we'd have like a Chevy Suburban or a Toyota Tundra or a Hummer, right? And over here, high fuel efficiency, we'd have like Tesla and the Toyota Prius, the Honda Insight, right, that have real high fuel efficiency. And then for durability, we could say like really high durability, cars that hold up hundreds of thousands of miles. And down here, we'd have low durability. And up under high durability, I know there's going to be car aficionados that have different points of opinion here, but we could probably all agree that Honda is known for pretty reliable cars. They don't break down that often. Toyota pretty decently. And maybe down here on the lower durability piece would be maybe some foreign products like a Fiat, which is known for not having the greatest durability of their cars. So durability and fuel efficiency, and we could say something like the Toyota Prius is pretty high on fuel efficiency and also pretty good on durability. So it'd be in this upper box. And in this lower box, low fuel efficiency, low durability, we would have, I don't know, if Fiat has an electric, it's an all gas car, the Hummer that doesn't last very long and it's also low fuel efficiency. That's obviously a bad quadrant to be in. You don't want to position yourself there. But when you get a positioning tree, you can kind of see visually where you versus your competitors sit on a variety of different purchase attributes for your products. And maybe if we need to move in a different area, or maybe like here's a area, a combination of purchase attributes that nobody's really positioned at. Let's go here because you can't be all things to all people. So if you were Jack in the Box and you were scoring low on kids meals um, and average in menu quality, it probably wouldn't make sense for Jack in the Box to spend a whole lot of money to get as competitive as McDonald's in the kids' meals category. Why? Well, that's not really our position in the marketplace. We focus more on adult fast food users. We're not really going after families. We're going after fast food users who want some menu variety and also want cheap gutter food they can get at 2 a.m., like two tacos for 99 cents, right? So we're not trying to compete against McDonald's in a kids meal appeal. That's not our sandbox. So positioning trees kind of help you see where's everybody at, how are they positioned different in the marketplace, and where do we stack up? And do we need to shore up our brand in some area to compete in this very important category, or can we go in a different spot? So that's positioning trees, and you'll see several examples in this week's resource page. And the other part of that is purchase attributes, also known as product attributes. And those are simply the things that people consider important when they're thinking about buying your product or service. So if it was a car, it would be things like durability, fuel efficiency, safety, and your features of the car, right? And you could probably come up with some others. But these are commonly resale value, commonly considered considerations for customers before they buy your product. If it was fast food, it might be menu variety and convenience. How close are they? And speed of service, right? Quality of the food. So those purchase attributes are used to help you build your positioning trees. Okay, so that's a quick primer on the correlation between purchase attributes. Purchase attributes give us common consideration points customers think about before they buy your product, and we use those purchase attributes to build positioning trees. Thanks for listening. Make sure you check out those positioning tree examples on this week's resource page. Thank you.